Hi there, welcome to the Call to Cinema. My name is Aaron, and tonight it is another Blues Day, but a special Blues Day because as of about an hour and a half ago, it is my official birthday. So happy birthday, Blues Day to me, I guess. We're going to look at stuff like we do every week on the Blues Day and have some fun with that. We'll look at Seven, Vinegar Syndrome, look at the titles, look at some stuff that's coming out and look at the upcoming titles, so we can actually shop together and keep an eye on some of the releases that are coming. And there's a bunch of news to talk about as well, whether it be the Eureka announcements or some stuff coming up on the channel. But either way, here we go. Hi there, Alvin. Everything is going pretty good. It's my birthday today, and we are going to be looking at what we do on every Blues Day. We're going to be looking at the titles that have come out and some stuff that's coming out. So we're going to be planning for future shopping, and I'm going to talk a bit about the channel and some new things that have come up, especially for those that don't know that I'm part of the Patreon portion of it as well, because we have some pretty cool things that are going on there. It's it's the day, guys. It's my birthday. So that's happened. That's the thing. I don't get my presents till tomorrow. I will, however, be doing a, birthday haul video. Uh, Thank you, man. Really appreciate that. Uh, I'll be doing a birthday haul video too, probably tomorrow night. Um, because I don't think we got much planned for tomorrow. Basically, just I think we're gonna go. Gonna go work out and pretty much just just have a pretty quiet evening. So I'll let you guys know when I get my birthday stuff. I'll do like a birthday video. But today is my Blues Day video. I do these every week, every 2 weeks, and basically we look at everything that's coming out. I'll look at the at any future releases. We talk about them, and we decide what's the best stuff that's coming out. What are the best sales going on right now? Eureka just made some announcements, so we'll look at those. And I am going to bring up the usual, where we can actually look into and here I will also go to Blu-ray.com, look at the latest sales that are going on there before we head over to see what the upcoming releases are. So the first thing I'm going to do is I am going to put my handy dandy iPad to the messages. So anybody that's talking, I'll be able to see your messages. For those that don't know, I did earlier on today. I did a video on the whole on Dawson's Creek, the series. So I'll just give you an overview right now on that. So I was sent from Mill Creek. Hey Vince, welcome, man. Thanks a lot. If I get Martin 4, actually, I am getting Martin 4K. My good friend of the channel here, George, you've seen on here, actually got me that for my birthday. It's going to be showing up in well, it's going to be sent to France, where my better half's friend is at, and so we'll get it in probably around 2 to 3 weeks. But I will be getting Martin. It's one of my favorites. I can't do without a title like that. Second Sight just does such good jobs, man. Hey, Alan, thanks a lot, man. We'll be so what we're going to look at now is I'm going to bring up the stuff that's upcoming. We're going to look through UK, US, and Canadian, and just see what some of the highlighted sales stuff are. Then we'll go to upcoming releases. We'll check that out, and we'll check out some of the announcements that have come up as well. That's how we usually start it for here. Now, just for people that are part of the Patreon and haven't got to check it out yet, one thing I guess you should know is we did something huge. And that is that for the last 3 weeks now, we've been doing Cult of My Life Instead of My Life in Comics. And the videos have been getting increasingly larger. One of the things that I got commented on a lot, and I've got commented on it a lot over the last, is when if there's going to be any way people can like watch or listen to the videos, we have them to watch them. So basically, what I'm starting to do on my Patreon channel is every time that I upload a one of the my life in videos, then it comes with a podcast version of it as well. So there's an audio edition, so you don't have to like wear your phone out if you're out around, you're working out, you're just relaxing at home, you don't want to turn on the TV, you don't need to see this face. Then it's a new thing that we added. And hey, George, you just got mentioned, man. Um, And thank you. So that's big. I'm very excited about it. I'm excited to be able to do something kind of turn something that I'm doing into kind of like I'm saying a podcast format. And yes, there will be a podcast like as we go through. But this is a good way to get a start on that. We're looking at some different hosting sites. Another thing is we have a really big change in channel coming up. It's not going to take it away from anything that we got right now, but we're adding something new onto the channel. And your birthday's on Friday too. Hey, March 31st, right on. Happy birthday to you too. Um, it is actually March 31st here right now. So for those that don't know, I'm in Marrakesh, Morocco, and at it is now 2:31 a.m. in the morning. But I could not go to bed tonight without actually doing a video with you guys. So let's just dive right into it and see exactly what is on the site. Hey, Amy, welcome, man. Thank you so much. So we'll look at the American one first. It looks like we have John Wick on for 24.96. The Here's a big one. Here's one that I do recommend. It's one I really want. Haven't had the chance to the bones go get it myself yet. But From Hollywood to Heaven, the Lost and Saved films of the Orman family. For those that don't know who the Orman family are, you definitely want to check this out. They were a family that made exploitation films like uh, you know regular exploitation films, blood, type of stuff, nudity. And then they changed, became like Born Again. And when they did, they started making these religious type of films. But the thing is that the religious films, they couldn't switch. So their religious films came across as exploitation films as well. So it's a very, very unique, like unique filmmakers. I definitely recommend it. What the heck happened here? Uh, we're gonna get out of that because okay, so we have here Night of the Hunter on 4K coming. I think it's from Kino. Uh, the Blu-ray for John Wick Stone Cold coming out from Kino Lober. That's 17.99. We got Mexico Macabre also coming from Indicator for 49.99. I think if you're going to grab one, I mean they're both great sets. I get the Armand set first, but the Mexico one is really good as well. I swear to God, if I get one more of those freaking things, we also have here The Long and Shard on 4K. There's a brand new uh, my film noir Dark Side of Cinema volume 19. Is that right? Danza Macabre from Severin is here for 66.99. Star Trek Next Generation looks to be the motion picture collection. And we got Scream 6, which I still haven't seen, for 34.96. It looks like the Steelbook. And for 14.44, it it's a cool one, George. We got the Shrek here. In the UK, it looks like we have for £30 and 65 pence the Back to the Future trilogy on 4K. We have the Hobbit trilogy on 4K as well here for 33.99. Black Adam, you can pass on that one for 14.64. That was a really bad freaking film. Uh, from BFI, we got two films by Luna Braca. For 5.89, we have Star Wars. That looks like it's The Rise of Skywalker. Snowtown is 9.99. Play for Today, Volume 3 is 24.99. We got the Lord of the Rings trilogy for 42.99. And an absolutely excellent price, the Shawscope set, which I'm guessing everybody's got, but if you don't have it, for 66.99. I definitely recommend that you check that out. It's an amazing little set. Got the latest Star Trek Discovery for 21.24. Westworld for 14.99. I'm guessing that's the last season. And the Vacation Ultimate Collection for 9.55. For my Canadian brethren there, we have Doom in Gotham for 34.99 on 4K. We got The Haunting of Julia for 34.99 on 4K. Cervical for for 44.99 in 4K. Exorcist 3 here, that's a really good one. The transfer is really good for 34.99. We got for 267, that's a Pasolini set from Criterion. 34.99 for Dead Silence. 42.23 for The House of the Dragon. We have Dragon Ball here for 27. Wanted on 4K for 32. Zorro on here for 29. The Missing Action box set for 54. And Mommy Dearest for 18.99. I would not believe the news you heard, Alan. Okay, so let's look into the upcoming releases. We do this every week for those that have not been here before. This is something that we like to consistently look into. Come on, give me my. And normally it pops up a lot quicker than this. So let's do. Let's do it this way. I'll try and spell. What's that is a good one, definitely. My only concern with it is that did the series get a completion, like a completion? Because I only saw the first season. Antonio Banderas' Zorro movie was solid. They were like they're both. I think I liked them both. The first one I think I might like better. Gotta take a sip, so I apologize for my slurping, but I'm really thirsty and it's late. My kitty cat's outside. So let's look at what's coming up in April. Obviously, March, we know what 31st. Tis my day. We got the uncut, unrated edition of Megan, which is fun. I mean, like, if there's a huge difference in the price, I guess get the original Megan. But it doesn't really matter. It's only just a little bit of gore. That's the difference in Megan. But either way, it's a really fun film. I had a lot of fun with that movie. It's what I hoped that the Child's Play remake with Mark Hamill would have been. But this, like, it gets it right where I think there were some issues with the Child's Play remake. We got the 4K for the for Star Trek one coming on April the 4th. If you're a Star Trek fan, I'm sure you're going to grab these. Looks like we got Cowboy Bebop 25th Anniversary Edition. That's my better half's favorite anime of all time. The Maltese Falcon on 4K. Who doesn't love that? But let's dive into the second page because we've already seen like a lot of these here from the last time we did Bluesday. I won't stop on everything. What I'm going to do is I'm just going to point some things that I think are definitely some interesting titles. So if you see something here that you think is an interesting title, you think people should know about that I don't stop on, just mention it there in the comment section, and make sure we let people know. The Fisher King is here, coming from Criterion. We're getting the 4K of that. Convoy Busters coming up from Cauldron Films. I'm very interested in that release as well. Heart of the Dragon is here with Jackie Chan and Sammo Hung, which is from Arrow Video, so that's going to be a fantastic release. Arrow just does amazing stuff. We got Opposing Force here, House for Heroes. Must be another re-release for Quiet Place. As you can see here, we got a few different ones. Endangered Species, I think, is that like a Scorpion or Code Red release? I kind of remember it being like one of those initially. I mean, it's not too bad. I mean, like, I would like to have Megan on 4K, but as long as it's out there, as long as it's physical media. Wicker Man coming to 4K. I heard, man, that's exciting. For those that don't know, yeah, Ken's right. Wicker Man is coming to 4K from Studio Canal. I'm actually really looking forward to that. I'm a huge fan of the Wicker Man film. Yeah, it's and it's the original one. It's not the one with the bees, but it's still like it's a really, really good film. Edward Woodward is amazing. This Christopher Lee, just an incredible film, and should be amazing in 4K. Speaking of 4K, we got a 4K here for Rebel Without a Cause, James Dean classic. James Dean was actually mentioned in Riverdale because he'd gone back in time to 1955. We got Henry Fonda and 12 Angry Men, 4K that one. 4K of The Seventh Seal. But honestly, if you got the big set of the Bergman set, unless you're like a super diehard fan, I can't see going and buying it over again. The Trap, Lon Chaney, definitely recommendation. That's a very good film. I'm a huge Lon Chaney fan as well, so I watch a lot of I watch a lot of silent films and early, kind of early stuff. I just love that stuff. Lover's Lane. Now, again, like I mentioned before, is Lover's Lane a great movie? No. Is Lover's Lane the type of movie that I want to put in my collection? Yeah, it is. Yeah, it really, really is. Um, with the Jackie Chan Volume 2 set, again, we got some incredible stuff there. I don't have any of the Chucky series. My kids do, though. I saw most of the first season, uh, but my kids have the first and second season. Keep an eye out for an upcoming video in the next week or two, because we're doing something new with the channel, and there's going to be a big announcement, as well as we're working on on a special space to film this specific big announcement. That is definitely one to keep an eye out for. Marlo is coming out. I liked Marlo. I don't care what people say. I had some people brag on me because they didn't like Marlo, so they thought, well, admit that you didn't like it. No, I liked it, but then again, I saw Marlo with with the director and the lead actress there, and at a film festival months before it came out, and I hadn't seen like a really good noir in a while, or I haven't seen any noir in a while, so it was nice to get a new noir. I actually enjoyed it. Evil Dead Rise. I definitely will eventually see that too. That's like Scream 6. I'll eventually see them. Where I am right now in Morocco. Alan makes it a lot harder for me to see things or for me to get films as much as I used to. That's why there's a big announcement coming up to the channel. Texas Chainsaw Massacre Second Sight, also 4K collection Superman. That is really nice. Uh, I think there's the Second Sight's doing Texas Chainsaw. I'm pretty sure they're doing The Hitcher as well, which is going to be a huge deal because we haven't got that in anywhere. Looks like Super Cop's coming to 4K. That's going to be a good release. We have People on the Stairs coming to 4K from Scream Factory. There's the Golden Era one and Gina from CIP. We got Primal Rage coming out on 4K from Vinegar Syndrome. The Carlos Enrico Taboada set is here as well. Lust for Freedom is coming out from Trauma. As you know, most of you guys know, like Lust for Freedom was a DVD that Vinegar Syndrome put out a while back, and I think around a year to 2 years ago, they lost the rights to it, and they made a big announcement. I remember I was talking to I've seen her, I've never heard from her in a long time, actually, unfortunately, Stephanie Crawford. I think we both leapt at the Lust for Freedom DVD at the time it was going out of print. So we got Lust for Freedom here. There is a Cosa Nostra set, the Wings of Desire. I love that film, so definitely recommendation on that Wings of Desire. Brandon Kill is great too, but I already got it. There's the 4K that George mentioned, and there's a big set coming out of all of them. I think the only one missing is probably obviously the newer ones, but so we got Killzone here. The Tiger Cage ones it's getting another release. Scream is getting a 4K release. Now, this is not the Scream that you would probably think when you hear the name Scream. This is a earlier Scream done in, I think, 1980, 1981, circa around that era. Woody Strode, who was kind of a famous kind of a Western stunt actor, is in it. Very different, a lot slower than the newer Scream. But I think Scream '96 is probably, and I'm going on the, I will go out on this cliff and say it's pretty much it's a perfect film. And I have to do my thing that I do every time because, as always, Scream is a snooze. I hope you're talking about the 1981 one, Vince. All right. So the whole big deal. Like, share, subscribe. It really does help the channel. My Patreon has had a lot of new stuff, and we have a lot of exclusives now to the Patreon, including podcast versions of certain videos. And that are also exclusive to the channel. And if you, it's my birthday, so if you want to super chat or donate, it'll be much appreciated. If you don't like the, hit the like button; it'll help out. And thank you so much. We got Hand of Death coming out here. John Travolta, the Experts. I barely remember this one. I kind of remember this one. Hey there, Fallen. Welcome, man. And on Discord, lots of great guys watching anime. Nice. Italian, Japanese, and Hong Kong cinema. It's a snooze. I love Rated Straw. You're not wrong, dude. It is a snooze. This Max Fleischer Blu-ray set of all the Superman Fleischer Brothers cartoons. This is epic to me. This is definitely one that I really, really want. There's The Conquest of Space, American Monster. I love American Monster from Space. It's such a cool film. We got Targets here. A Red Sun from Radiance Films. Radiance actually were really nice. I mean, I reached had one of my viewers on here reach out through Twitter, and say, "Hey, Radiance are looking for hey, thanks, Fallen, are looking for people to review like titles for them." So I reached out to Radiance. I said, I'm Marrakesh, so if you wanna shoot something my way, much appreciated. They said, we're making our way up there. We're still a smaller company, and we'd love to, but at this point, it's going to cost a bit too much to do. And I'd say it was a very positive experience, and I definitely will be looking at Radiant stuff, even though I'm not getting sent stuff to review. So I'm going to be looking at their stuff to see what stuff they have out there. Excellent company from everything that I've experienced with them. So just to let you guys know, we got The Hustler, Young, Ip Man. We got The Longest Yard on 4K. WrestleMania, which we'll know in a couple days if it's any good, because we're definitely going to be watching. I'm more interested in the NXT pay-per-view, but we'll see how it goes. Brotherhood, The Wolf on 4K. So Monica Bellucci in 4K, guys. Yeah, you want to have that. Got The Running Man here. Joy House is here as well. Last Starfighter is getting a 4K release. Black Cat. This is an underrated one, in my opinion. Sunday Woman is here. Thelma Louise. Rain Man. I remember seeing that when it came out. We've got Rules of the Game here. 4Ks for all the Indiana Jones films. And we got the new one coming up, of course. We got Time Bandits here. Magic Cop, Taxi Driver. So yeah, as I mentioned before, I forgot because I got off on a tangent, so I do apologize. So we got the Blu-ray and DVD editions for Dawson's Creek from Mill Creek, and it's 20 discs. There's like over 7 hours of features on there. There's commentaries. There's like a reunion thing done that they did, and much better than the 2016 like DVD release that was out before. Definitely a big upgrade over that. And it's definitely recommended if you're a Dawson's Creek fan. Some people said, well, there was a near 4K streaming version out there at one point, and I'm like, 4K streaming is never actual like 4K anything. So I think that for Blu-ray, Dawson's Creek is as close as we're ever going to get to getting like the farthest we're ever going to get for that. And if you're a Dawson's Creek fan, I definitely recommend it. I like the Blu-ray packaging a bit more than the DVD packaging. Like I was like, all companies that go with the uniformity with the DVD and the Blu-ray packaging, but there's just something special with Blu-ray packaging I really enjoy. I'm hoping they're good announcement. Actually, I know one of them is going to be a good announcement, George, because one of them leaked. I won't talk about it because I don't like talking about leaks. But because some companies go out there and some YouTubers or social media people will go out and they'll get a leak and they'll put it out and they'll put it ahead of time. For Flash for nothing, we used to make some shrine. We did well. See, following when it comes to Canadian and animation, yeah, we did a lot of really good animation. One of the biggest companies that did animation in Canada was a company called Nelvana Animation. So Nelvana did a bunch of stuff, but it's what's interesting and neat about it is where Nelvana gets its name at. So during World War II, there was a time period when comics and paper like magazines and stuff that were not considered essentials. So we could not get them imported over from the United States. So a bunch of entrepreneurial uh, people here in Canada decided to do their own comic books, and they were called Canadian Whites because most of those comics were black and white because it was cheap to produce black and white comic books. One of the most popular characters, and I'm pretty sure pre Wonder Woman was a character by the name of Nirvana, and Nirvana of the Northern Lights. So she was like this, you know, super Wonder Woman-esque character before Wonder Woman. And eventually, what the company that would start making animation would take the name Nirvana, and it would be taken off after the Nirvana of Northern Lights. So a little weird fact. To if just you probably knew it, but just in case you did. Dead and Buried 4K release here. We got another release for Daughters of Darkness from Blue Underground. Don't you love Nirvana? Got Cocaine Bear coming in July. Last of Us is going to come out on July 18th. Uh, and we're going to get a 4K and a Blu-ray edition of that. So, George, I'm sure you're going to be grabbing the 4K edition of The Last of Us. Great series based on a really great video game. Now, let's hit to Eureka Films because we know that there were some announcements from them. And I want to kind of go into that as well. And I'm going to assume that these are the new announcements. So we'll start with this one right here. So release date of June the 19th is Samurai Reincarnation coming from Eureka under their Masters of Cinema label. It'll have 2,000 copies, 1080p Blu-ray from 2K restoration of the OCN, uncompressed original Japanese mono audio, alternate English dubbed audio, optional English subtitles. There's going to be a brand new audio commentary by Tom Mess, who's kind of an expert in this type of stuff. Brand new interview with filmmaker Kenta Fukasaku. We have an original Japanese trailer, a collector's booklet featuring new writings. The cover here and the inside, of course, I love the outer cover here. But Samurai Reincarnation, done in 1981. Definitely. Hey, DJ, welcome. Happy birthday to you too, by the way. Don't we share a birthday? I'm pretty sure, like, if not, it's pretty close to, like, we have a similar date to our birthday. So just in case I didn't say happy birthday, which maybe I did, then, happy birthday to you as well. You have a birthday this month too. Because you got a really cool computer thing. Yours was last Friday. See, there you go. Off by a Friday. But I know I said happy birthday. Welcome, dude. We're just looking at some of the Blu-ray stuff that's in here right now. There's some nice stuff here. This is Revenge, done in 1964. I love this. I love the artwork on this here release. Again, another one limited to 2,000 copies. Artwork by Tony Stella here, who did the last one. 1080p presentation from the OCN. Uncompressed original Japanese mono audio, newly translated English subtitles, a brand new interview with Tony Raines, and a collector's booklet on here as well. So we got some excellent. I love the fact that we're getting so many more Japanese releases. I know AME, if you're still here, man, you gotta love this stuff. One that I'm super excited about because I'm a huge Synth Rock fan, and I like this. The Synth Rock. So we got Synth Rock and Lady Reporter, aka the Blonde Fury. It was done in 1989, and her first leading role was also the first, and to this day, the only time that a Western actress had lead billing in a Hong Kong film. So if you've seen any of the other ones that she's done, like she was in ones with Jan Bo and other people, like, and they had they were the big names, but this is really cool. So she managed to get like top billing. First time, and so far the only time. This is going to be a really big release. Limited edition O-card for this one here. with artwork by Darren Wheeler, which is actually gorgeous. I love this artwork here. It has a very 80s style to it. Got a 1080p presentation on Blu-ray, the new theatrical cut from a brand new 2K, which means you're getting more than one cut. Got 1080p HD presentation of the international export cut from a new 2K restoration. We got an original Cantonese mono audio and optional classic English dubbed audio. So, it'll be like badly dubbed. The good stuff, the cheat stuff you love. Optional link subtitles newly translated for this release. A brand new feature-length audio commentary by Asian expert Frank Zhang and martial artist Vincent Lin. We got a brand new audio commentary by Mike Leader and Arnie Venema. I know Mike Leader does some really good commentaries. We got a brand new scene select commentary with actress and martial artist, movie icon Cynthia Rothrock. She's actually making a movie right now. And a brand new interview with Mang Ho. Trailers, reversible sleeve design, a limited edition collector's booklet featuring new writing by James Oliver. The booklet is also limited to 2,000 copies. Just give you an idea of what the inside looks like right there. This is a big one, guys. And it's 20 pounds. So really it's 20 pounds, 99 pounds. So it's 21 pounds, really, is what it is. So obviously a great release. It's coming out in June, so you got time to save up your bones for it. Now, as you can tell, we were going to be having to do a live video in 1 day and 13 for the big upcoming partner label announcements and the brand new products. Okay, wait, brand new products coming April 1st. Is that the Vinegar Syndrome announcements? Oh, yes, the Vinegar Syndrome's April announcements, plus a brand new Vinegar Syndrome Labs title. So for those that don't remember what Vinegar Syndrome Labs is, I'm going to go over that in a second so that you guys, so I got to say, I was 100% wrong on Showgirls. The title was their best-selling title of all time, and I really expect it to be the worst-selling title. So I was 100% wrong. I completely misread the room with Showgirls. Got a Blade in the Dark here. But let's get to a VSL before we go any farther. So here's one. Here's number 2. So Vinegar Syndrome Labs looks to do like kind of older films, different title films. So Karuko, Beast of the Amazon is here. It's a creature feature. That was their first Vinegar Syndrome Labs. It wasn't the first one they announced. This was actually the second one that they announced. The actual first one this one is by Kurt Sotomak, the guy that wrote did The Wolfman and I Walk the Zombie, Donovan's Brain. This is more leaning towards, I say, Donovan's Brain, but not as good as it is like The Wolfman, but still, like definitely not a bad one there as well. The one that was first announced, but second one is the second one in the line is Flesh and Fantasy. It's a portmanteau or anthology title, and it looks to be like a really interesting one. One of the first horror anthologies made by an American studio 2 years before Dead of Night. That's the most famous one. Delivers flesh and fantasy, 3 strange and at times surreal tales of the supernatural with an all-star cast that includes Edward G. Robinson, Barbara Steinwick, Charles Boyer, who also co-produced it. So excellent little title there. And we're getting the third one announced. And I'll be really interested in seeing how that goes. Anybody have any guesses on what these are going to be? Because we got this here. This looks, not going to lie, this almost looks like Evil Dead. It does kind of add that Evil Dead type of like Woods look to it, Within the Woods type of Evil Dead look. And this one looks like a cat, like a black cat. Everybody's gotten so quiet. Am I missing I'm missing a bunch of comments. I want to make sure that and it's probably gonna be one of my shorter videos since like it's my birthday. And ooh, I would love to see Cemetery Man come out. Um, for those that don't know, the one Sean's talking about is Cemetery Man, otherwise known as Della Morte Dell'Amore, done by Michela Soave, who, of course, is a famous director in Italy. Did a lot of really good stuff. He's an actor too. He acted in Demons. He was the guy with the silver like face mask, and is part of the Dylan Dog comic book series. It's really good. Cemetery Man. Yeah, Cemetery Man is amazing. It is a great title. I would kill to have the mind, that is mind trip. I said that Cemetery Man, and I remember like, correct me if I'm wrong, um, but wasn't didn't that movie just have one of the most like beautiful Italian actresses, like in that film, like because I remember this amazingly stunning woman that comes on screen, and you couldn't take your eyes away. She just was a presence. Forgot the hey there, vintage Weber Web. Welcome, man. Uh, VSL might be the cat creeps. That'll be an interesting title. I'm very excited about these VSLs. I don't have one yet, but I eventually down the road I want to get one. But for me right now, um, oh, Bluesday is kind of like no, we okay, thanks. I do a series of videos where I'm looking at like titles that are coming out. Basically, it's just a day, like a Tuesday or Thursday, but I don't have a specific day for it, which is called, so I'll call it Bluesday. And where I'll look at like upcoming titles, releases, announcements, and it's kind of like a house cleaning thing where you can look at a lot of different stuff and keep it pretty off the cuff, as opposed to some of the stuff that I do, which now uh, I do videos I do some exclusive videos on the Patreon, and that literally uh, I takes a week to make two to three videos for those there. Slang for anime fan. Oh, there you go. I should know this, especially with the picture. You have the 4K from Beyond. That looks like a great release. I mean, like that I like. I'm a big Barbara Crampton fan, so obviously Barbara Crampton and wearing that outfit in 4K, hell yeah. Um, I love some of these minimalistic shirts. This one, Thriller, the color one eye shirt. I love this. Um, but we should probably look and see if there's any. No, there's no links to that. So what we'll do is we're going to check. Where is the? Because what I want to see is normally there's a thing here on the screen, which for some reason not showing up right now. That like puts you to like. See, yeah, I'm glad there's people excited about Showgirls. Uh, I I'm not. I got I got the umbrella like special edition of Showgirls with the You Don't Know Me documentary included on it, and a bunch of stuff. I see that. I love the movie, but I'm not. But I don't know. It just didn't get like. It seems safe, man. You know what I mean? It seems safe. Vinegar Syndrome does a lot of safe. He says as he looks at Goodbye 20th Century and Devonsville Terror. But I think Devonsville Terror is it's a safe title. But that being said, I do like a lot of the stuff that's coming out. But you get to the point where you're collecting, and you want to make sure that. And I think it's important. So I'm gonna take a second here and get this right. That is, you're buying things and you're getting things put in your collection that you don't get stuck on the slip or like the steel book or whatever, and it's a film that you truly love. Like Fallen, for instance, is a huge Showgirls fan, so it makes completely 100% sense that he's grabbing show that he'd probably grab the Showgirls 4K. So for the guy, I already cut 4K for Vinegar Cinema and Unearthed Films. Oh, nice. The Guyver, the Guyver is the one I want. I want the sequel too. I know the sequel's not as good, but I still like it. And for me, where I do live here right now, one of the things that I want to do is be able to focus on looking at the films that I got and like really starting to go through them. So we're so with that being said, I'm just going to give a kind of a quiet mini announcement to people that are here, kind of let you know. So one of the things that I want to be doing here in the next little while, and it's going to be something that's going to be an ongoing project, and I'm going to make a big announcement about it. So it's going to be a big announcement video, so you'll be able to watch that and see and get a better feel of it. But I have moved here to Morocco, and physical media getting it is not not as easy, and I can't get it as often as I would say if I was living in North America or like in the UK. But so that challenged me to rethink like my collecting. Like I want to curate and know and get the stuff that I really want to get, but I want to be able to enjoy what I got. I spent over 12 years curating this collection right here behind me. So I am going to be going through my entire collection. I will be watching and reviewing every film that I have in my collection. So it's a new thing on the go. We are getting the set done up for it, and it is going to be a massive undertaking because it means I'm going to be watching the movies, watching the features, taking notes, taping all the type of stuff, and but hopefully you guys are going to watch. And I'm excited because that means everything. So it means I got anime here. We're going to do anime. We got horror here. We're going to do horror. We got adult stuff here. That's going to over to the Patreon. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. I really appreciate that. You have a wonderful night too. Uh, and I will be having some guests on for some of these videos as well. I've already rounded up 3 people around me to have on as a guest for certain films where it's not just going to be me watching a film and talking about it and reviewing it and giving my thoughts on the film and the release too, but I'll have people on here giving their thoughts as well. So I may bring someone in that's looking at, and maybe one of you guys, a newest, I may reach out to you in the future, maybe a movie that we both got that we can actually look at. You did. You hear you were right on that. You're a very clever Anubis. Uh, but it is obviously, and that's just some of the films. There's 4Ks upstairs. There's animation stuff there. There's films over there. There's 10 crates of films that are on the farm. I don't have a Discord yet. I'm looking at getting a Discord done up. So when I do, I'll put it like keep an eye on my videos in the where I put like the Patreon and all the type of stuff. So when I eventually get a Discord, I'll put the Discord link down there as well. I'm not that savvy yet, but I'm getting there. One thing I've been able to do since I came here, and I do have to like say that's been fantastic, is I have been able to really focus on the channel. So, if anybody has seen, likes the patron, and you've seen some of the videos that I've done, or listen to the podcast versions of them, leave a comment, let me know because I take a long time, and I just would like to know if people are enjoying them. Hey, Kirik, welcome, man. And it was when I was talking to my better half sister, one of her sisters, and we were talking about like YouTube and podcasts and all that type of stuff. And she was like, I like to like to listen to podcasts, like to watch videos, but if it's something that's longer and I want to, and it's like a longer video, it it eats up the battery in my phone. So when it's sometimes longer, thing that I'm going to listen to, I'm listening to a podcast, and I listen to an audio version because that doesn't eat up that doesn't takes up so much so much space. And so I thought about that when I got back here, and I just made and had uploaded the My Life in Cinema, the '90s edition. And I went back and I said, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to take the Life in Cinema '70s, '80s, and '90s edition, My Life in Comics, like '70s, '80s, '90s edition. I'm going to take them and I'm going to do not just, I'm just going to leave the video version here. I'm going to do a podcast audio version of every one of them and put them there. And from here on out, when I on my Patreon, when I do a video like that, I'm going to be doing an audio edition of that as well. So you'll be able to get that there too. So we got that going on. So if that's something that you're interested in, please let me know. And we will be doing an actual official podcast of its own that's coming up for the channel as well. But our big thing, our big news is the complete collection watch. It is something that is I'm excited about. I'm scared about. Um, we're actually doing up a set for it. Probably. Thank you. Actually, I'll definitely look into it. Like right now, like you're a patron, so you'll see the ones that are up there on the patron channel. But once we start doing like a podcast, that's something that I would like to get more. Oh, you heard about it? Okay, I wasn't going to mention it unless somebody else mentioned it, but it did get leaked. So I guess we can kind of talk about it since it's probably going to be mentioned. Yes, that's as far as I know, that's a thing. I don't want to talk too much about it because I don't think it's been officially announced yet. But it's very exciting. And one of the films on that set is one of my all-time favorites. When it came out from Scream Factory, the year that it came out, I listed it as the best single release for that year. And it's the one film I'll mention that's on the set with it going too far into it. Actually, no, I do like that movie too, Arena. But it was Dolls. Because Dolls is such an underrated little film. But because I think like there's 5 films, but Dolls and Dungeon Master are definitely they're the two tops, I think. But all of them are good. For those who know what Empire Pictures are, and most people, I'm guessing surely will. So before Charles Band did Full Moon uh, films, he had another company called Empire Pictures. And Empire Pictures is where he did some of his earlier stuff like Dolls and Tourist Trap and Ropa Jocks and stuff like that. Those were Empire Pictures releases. A lot of those were. And then later on, he moved over and did Full Moon. That's where you get the Puppet Masters and the subspecies and stuff like that. But it looks like it's been leaked out, and that Arrow is putting out a 5-film Empire Pictures set. And what's really exciting about this is that's 5 films, and they're 5 really good films. Dolls, I think, and Dungeon Master, I think, are going to be the key centerpieces of that set. Just from like I think there's like 2 or 3 like versions of like Dungeon Master film there. And we'll talk about that more tomorrow when they actually get officially announced. Tourist Trap, yes, it so is the opening of Tourist Trap. For those who haven't seen it, oh my god. So it's early Tanya Roberts film. Chuck Connor's in it. And the opening of Tourist Trap has this guy that goes into this like room, and there's these like mannequins, like parts, like mannequins and mannequin heads and arms and stuff like that in the room. And the room door closes and the mannequin stuff start like coming out and laughing. And it is absolutely terrifying for me, especially. But yeah, so we're going to be looking at that tomorrow. This is going to be a big announcement. I'm going to do an official birthday one tomorrow because it's going to be, then I'll let you guys see what I got for my birthday. I actually don't know. It's one of the first times that I don't know what I'm getting for my birthday. It's films. I know it's going to be films, but I just don't know what they are. I put out like a list of films that I would like to have. but I don't know which one of the ones that she got for me. So it'll be oh, you got to rewatch it, Kubrick. You got to watch it with me because you. Here's the thing, Kubrick. If you ever watch it with me and you see how terrified I am, like my abject horror and and scaredy catness will rub off on you and give you a much better experience with the film. Who knows? Maybe down the road, um, maybe because I want to do some film watches on Patreon because I don't think you can do them on the regular YouTube thingy because it strikes and stuff. But I want to do like some watches with groups so we can basically watch movies together and talk and chat. Maybe tourist traps is a possibility for a future film watch. Anyway, with that being said, thank you so much for joining me tonight. It's a bit. It's only a movie. It's only a movie. Just keep telling yourself. There's a lot of stuff coming out, and I'll be announcing it as we go through. Eventually, what I'll do is I'll let everybody see the set. And thank you so much. Have an amazing night. I am hopefully I'm going to try to have a really cool birthday, and I will see you guys soon, right here in the Call to Cinema, because you guys absolutely rock, and I'm always excited to come here and spend more time with you. But there's a lot of changes coming, and trust me, they're good ones. Hi there. I want to give a special shout out to my amazing patrons. Hi there. I want to give a special shout out to my amazing patrons. You guys are awesome, and I cannot wait to see you guys in the Crimson Cult again, where we can actually do some cool live chats. We got a lot coming up, and if you want to join this incredibly awesome group of people that you see scrolling down below, the link's down below. All right. By the way, I'll be updating that list there for the new patrons here at the around the second of the month. So you'll see your name on there, like any other names that are going to be on there by the first of April. We'll have them on there for by that time. Also, if you're watching the newer videos, especially watch the '90s one, you watch it's a long one. It's around like 55 minutes long. Uh, get to the end, like don't stop at the scroll because we we do go into blooper time. we do do we do put a blooper on there, and it was fun. Dude, you're the best. Yeah, I have the best people on here, and I am so lucky. So have a fantastic night, and I'll see you guys all tomorrow for the big announcements and for my birthday reveals.